start this story in Buckeye, Arizona. Let's see here. I was roughly 18, so this was about 7 years ago. So this had to have been, let's see here, math and shit, right? It had to have been about 2015. So I was I was hanging out with some friends. It was me, one of my buddies, and one of my buddies he'd introduced me to, as well as his brother, my buddy's brother. Ooh, shit. Sorry. Nigga been smoking heavy. But anyways, so we were in like a almost like suburban area, but it's still kind of close to rural. But in the back of this neighborhood, there was it was like a dirt lot, kind of, but it was really expansive, very expansive. It like about like a quarter mile at least, maybe like a half mile, and we were just walking back around there because there's like tree houses out there, and aside from that, we just like to go out there and smoke pot. And it was a moonlit night, and we were walking back there to this area where we usually would go and just chill underneath this tree and smoke and just talk, just hang out. And we were doing a little bit of meditating, and uh, we were just kind of chilling. But I had decided to walk away from them, and I don't know, just something called me. I don't know. Even though they were kind of my buddies, we didn't really completely vibe on the same wavelength, and I just wanted a little me time. And I walked over to the side, about 20 feet away, and I'm just kind of standing there looking up at the moon, just kind of taking in the night energy. And one of my buddies goes, "Yo, look!" And I turned over to his side, and I was looking towards the east, towards the moon, and he was standing to my right, towards the south. And I looked over, and he, I was looking at him, and then I looked in the direction he was pointing, farther south. And you've been in Arizona, but if not, there is a mountain range south of Buckeye, and they're called the Estrella Mountains. Now, these mountains are known for having not just like supernatural activity primarily, they're known for having like weird UFO type of shit or extraterrestrial activity, UFO activity, unexplainable stuff in the sky, as well as there's been people that have disappeared. I actually know a girl out here, and her father went out there by himself and never came back, and that shit's real. But anyways, when I looked over there, the mountains were probably, let's see, like 15, 10, maybe like 10, 15 miles away. And those mountains aren't the tallest mountains right where I was looking. Um, in perspective, like fuck. I can't think of a fucking measurement right now, but they were tall enough to give you like a good fucking hike up to the top. It'd probably take you like 15 minutes or whatever, but or fucking like it'd probably longer than like 30 minutes or whatever. But anyways, what I saw was above the mountains, and it wasn't like, and I've seen other UFOs before, but this one was really special. Um, so it didn't have like, didn't look at all like any UFO I had seen before, and if anything, I, I still don't have an explanation to this day, like anything, honestly, really. But so it was an amorphous cloud. Sorry, I'm taking so long. This is just crazy. Like shit to go back and remember, but it was like an amorphous cloud, like a spherical shape. Like you were to see a ball of light in the sky, except it wasn't like a ball of light. It was more like, when I say amorphous, like it was like ball, but it was more like smoke ball. Like it was constantly changing shape and slightly moving, and it didn't look like contained. It was just kind of like a cloud that had a somewhat shape of a sphere, but its edges and stuff like that, like it weren't perfect curves at all. It was all like smoky. But the thing was, it was red, completely red, and it wasn't just like straight smoke either. Like it had like a glow to it, kind of. But I mean, I can't really say whether or not it had a glow that was contained, or whether or not it had a glow that could shine on things, because it was up in the sky and there was nothing around it for it to shine on. But the glow that I saw in the sky, inside of whatever that smoky crap was, it had a glow to it. Like I said, like I could see it up there. And it was nighttime. I wouldn't have been able to see it if it didn't have a glow, but it was like swirling and moving all that nonstop. But anyways, that's not even the weird part. So the really weird part to me was, so from the very moment that I saw it, it was already in movement. It was coming from the west, and it was moving to the east. Now, what was really weird is that the very moment I saw it, as it was moving forward, it was shrinking. So it was like it was moving, and it was like it was hitting an invisible little wormhole, like an invisible portal. And once it hit this point, the front would start to disappear, and it would be like this. Wait, it'd be like this, and you'd see it disappearing. And then once it got to the end right there, and it was fully disappeared, then so it disappeared, and then it would like, so let's say there's another space like in front of it about this far away, using its length as a measurement. So start to reappear over here, and it would start coming out. It would, the front would start to appear at this other, it was like it was a fucking portal. It was like there's 2 points. It's entering right here, and then it's coming out over here. And that's the other thing too. It didn't like enter completely and then come out the other end. No, no, no. So the moment it starts disappearing over here, it's reappearing over here. And once it completely reappears over here, it repeats the cycle forward. And it did this about like 5 times. It did it about 5 times, and it just disappeared after that. It was gone. And all my buddies were all like, holy shit. We were all like, holy shit. Like, we didn't know what the fuck to make of it. I honestly, I still don't really to this day. And it's funny because, like, usually I at least have a little, like, somewhat semblance of something. The literal only thing that I've ever read was this thing in, like, a book about the Anunnaki, the Lost Book of Enki, and it said something about like a red fucking cloud or some weird shit like that in the sky or some bullshit like that towards the beginning of it. I can't remember exactly, but it's like that's like nothing to go off of or correlate with it. So it's like, yeah, no. You usually have something to kind of correlate with and shit, but no, not this time. And yeah, I, I still don't know what the fuck that was. Maybe I never will. I'm really upset right now. My Wi-Fi isn't working, and I can't stream on Twitch. It's all right though. That's why I'm making a video. So silver lining. So yeah. Story number 2. I'll be back with another one whenever the fuck I feel like it. I love you all. I hope you have a good night, good day tomorrow. Catch you in the next one.